Hello, this is Jim Reynolds, and you are on the Christian Life Empowerment Podcast. This is Thanksgiving weekend, and I want to thank you if you're joining us this weekend. Well, today it wouldn't be us because I have not lined somebody up this week. Everybody's kind of with their own family and friends. I thought I wouldn't bother them, but I did want to send something out, so I'm just going to give you a short little talk about what I'm thankful for. So I want to start out with my wife and my family. I'm thankful for my wife. We spent yesterday together, just her and I. Weren't around any family or friends. My wife has a job in which she works with a lot of elderly people, and so we have to be very careful not to get around other people during this coronavirus time. And I know some people think that maybe we're overblowing the coronavirus, and people think that we're not doing enough about it. But fortunately, we're children of God, and we all have the ability to make our own decisions, and we all have the ability to, I guess, just try to understand others and say, hey, you know what? If you want to believe that, that is okay. If I want to believe this, that is okay too. We are children of God, and that's what's important. And so what my wife and I did yesterday is, it was just her and I. And she made a wonderful meal, and we watched a couple movies. We had a great time. And I just appreciate that I have somebody like that I can just sit and be comfortable and relax and have a good time, spend a day with, not get too bored. Well, I didn't spend all day. I guess I've got to get one caveat in there. I did go duck hunting in the morning with my son. Now, yeah, for the most part, I'm a vegetarian. So why is a vegetarian Christian duck hunting? Because I like to go out with my son and I like to hunt. Always have. I've liked to hunt for years, and it's a lot of fun going out, setting up in the blinds and waiting for the birds to come. It's a great time. So I appreciate my kids as well and my grandkids. One of the reasons we were isolating is one of my grandsons, two kids in his class, had coronavirus. And so, we're all just kind of staying separate. It's a weird time this year. I want to tell you, we still have a lot to be thankful for. My family, my kids, my grandkids, everybody's safe. And I just, I can't, that is the most important thing. God could take everything else away from me. But if my kids and my grandkids are safe, I'm good. Take it all. My house, my car, money, whatever. And I don't got that much money, but whatever I have, go ahead and take it. Doesn't matter. If my kids are safe and my grandkids are safe, life is good. Life is good. Hey, I've got a bunch of good friends too, and I want to thank my friends out there. I have a couple good friends. Well, I have a lot of good friends. I have a couple guys though that I'm able to text back and forth and talk back and forth through all these difficult times and difficult situations. And that's Pastor Nate Hellman and Bill Schroeder. And the two of us are kind of on the same lines of our thought process with the political thing that's been going on this year and the coronavirus and everything else. And I don't really go out and say, hey, I believe this, you should vote for this person, you should say this is stupid. I mean, I don't do that because I want to be able to connect with everybody. And Paul tells us to be all things to all people. And so I keep a lot of my personal opinions to myself, but I got a few people that I can just say whatever I think. And so I've got some friends. I got a lot of good friends. And some of my family, my brother Shannon, him and I are on opposite sides of the fence. But we can sit there and talk and argue and sometimes even argue pretty strongly. But at the end of our conversation, we say, I love you, goodbye. And so that's pretty cool. I've got some cool family and friends. And that's a lot to be thankful for. My church. Starting the Hills and Valleys Adventist Church with a group of people this year has been an incredible thing to be thankful for. And it would have never happened had 2020 been a quote normal year. It just wouldn't have happened. We started this because all of the churches closed down. So we decided, you know what? We were going to start this church on 9/11/2021, which seemed a long time away when we first thought of it. But then when the coronavirus hit, it was like, wow, it's a good thing we gave ourselves some leeway and we gave ourselves some time. So we were going to start 9/11/2021, but then all the churches shut down, and we thought, well, why don't we just start getting our core group together on Saturday mornings and start experimenting with different worship styles and different ways of doing church? And so we started doing that, and hey, that has been a fantastic time. We decided, we came up with this different way of doing church where we just where it's all about relationship. It's all about self-discovery. It is, we don't have a sermon. What we do is we read a Bible story and then we ask questions. And we get a group discussion, and the group kind of goes through some of the things, and you get some pretty tough stuff. I mean, we talk about Lot and Lot's wife looking back and turning into a pillar of salt, Lot and his daughters, and you know what happened there. Well, some of you do. Well, here you go. Some of you that don't. Lot's daughters got Lot drunk and had a kid with him. So it was, we get into the really hard stuff. We talk about some of the hard things that Christians deal with, some of the really hard questions. And as a group, we can talk it through. And we don't always come up with the answers, but I think it works out pretty good. So I have really, really enjoyed our church that we started this year. That would not have happened. It would not have happened had the coronavirus not come around, and we would, had we not been in the situation that we're in right now. My work. So what I do is I run a nonprofit organization called Ultimate Mission. And because of the coronavirus and all the things that happened this year, I have not been able to do what I normally do. See, what I normally do is I go to India, I go to the Philippines, I go to these countries, and we train women to do medical missionary work. We take groups of doctors and nurses over with us. Wasn't able to do that this year. And the other thing I do to try to continue to get the funding for that is I go to churches every weekend, and I talk to churches and I tell them what we're doing, and I try to recruit people to come with us to the different countries, and I help people I try to help people understand what we do so that they can sponsor one of our women. Because what we do is when we train the women to do medical missionary work, we then sponsor them, we stipend them, we give them so much money a month. So I get somebody from the United States to sponsor one of the women in the Philippines or in India. And that's kind of how we work and how our ministry continues to survive. But it's amazing that God has kept this ministry going even without being able to do all that kind of stuff. So the blessing I've seen this year with Ultimate Mission and the job that I do, and God continuing to supply our needs throughout this year, has been an amazing boost to my faith. Matter of fact, Ultimate Mission is doing as good or better than it's ever done in the worst year that there ever has been. And so I can't explain. Well, I can't explain it. There's one way to explain that, and that's what God is doing. So that's, it's amazing. And you go back to the missionary work of our church. So this church that we're opening up in Oregon City, this new church that we're going to be starting, we're looking at this as a missionary church, and we're there to do mission. And so trying to find missionary projects. And what's amazing is one of the young ladies that's part of our church that, well, she's had some struggles and some hard times in her life in the last couple of years. And so, but she came up with this ministry. She came up with this mission that is so incredible. I'm going to try to call her right now, and let's see if we can talk to her real quick about this new ministry that she has. Let's see.
Hello.
Hello, you're breaking up a little bit. Hello?
Okay. Hi.
Well, hello. Hey, so you're writing in the email right now?
I was in the middle of it. Can you close the door, please, Mom? Thanks. I was in the middle. Hi.
Hi. So, I'm trying something a little different right now, and I don't know if I really want to tell you what I'm trying right now.
You're doing something different right now? Is that what you said?
I am. Okay. I want you to tell me a little bit about the ministry over the phone that you started and why you started it.
Okay, hang on. I'm sorry. loud noise in the other room.
Okay. Well, I should probably tell you, I am trying something right now. I'm doing my podcast.
Okay.
So, in my podcast, I've talked about your ministry. And so I want you to kind of tell me, well, right now we're on the podcast. But I got to tell you, we can erase any of this. This is all being recorded.
Right now I'm on the podcast?
Right now you're being recorded, yes. But I can edit it all out if we need to.
Okay.
But I wanted you to tell us a little bit about this project that you came up with.
Okay.
Could you do that?
I can.
Okay, so how did you what made you think of this project? What brought you to the place where we're going to be giving all these gifts out?
I think I just wanted to be of use to people where I actually knew something about, you know?
Okay, all right. And so
Yeah.
who are these people?
Children who are in the hospital. They're actually in a psychiatric issues such as self-harm and addiction, eating disorders, depression, things like that, issues like that.
So what are we going to be doing for these children? Now, some of these children are ages 5 to 12, correct? And then
Correct.
And then the other group is like 12 to 17?
Correct.
Oh, okay. And so what are we going to be doing for these children?
We're going to be making gift baskets for them. We've been approved to just reach out to them. You know, Christmas, you know, is a lonely time. And I was just thinking about how we could reach out and put journals. Well, I really wanted to put Bibles in there, but we'll get there. Journals, blankets, bracelets with little motivational things like, you know, these journals can be so cute, you know. Let's see, what else was approved? It was a specific list, but the point is that, you know, they're there during these holidays and they're going to get something, and it's like, can you imagine you get something and they're going to see that also the cards are going to be handmade, and they'll see, you know, that there are people out there that are praying and that love them, and you're not forgotten, and, you know, you're thought about. And I'm hoping it's just going to be a really, really great thing, you know?
Oh, that's I mean, this is such a cool project. I'm just so amazed that you came up with this. Not amazed that you came up with this, but
Yeah, I did not. I did not come up with this at all.
But I mean, this is you know, and as we talked about before, this is something, you know, God has come up with and used you to put this out there. So, man, what an incredible mission this is, and I can't wait till we can deliver these baskets, and of course there's basketballs and soccer balls and other kinds of things we're going to be delivering to the units there, and yes. So if anybody would like to be part of this, well, matter of fact, go to ultimatemission1@gmail.com. That's ultimatemission1@gmail.com. And that way you can email me and I can tell you how to get involved with this. And we'll also put a link on the program notes. So very cool. Well, thank you, Catherine. I'm so glad you were able to tell us about this. And hopefully we can get a lot of presents for these kids before Christmas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me on the podcast.
Okay. All righty. We'll see you soon. Talk to you later. All righty.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So there we go. And I didn't even know if Catherine was going to answer the phone. So that was pretty cool. And that was pretty cool of her just to be a great sport about everything. And so that's some of the things. I am so thankful for that kind of stuff because there is a woman that has had a rough couple years. And she is coming out of this and trying to help other people in order to help herself. And it's just amazing the leaps and bounds that I'm able to watch people make with this new church that we have up in Oregon City, and being able to watch what the ladies are doing in India and some of the projects we have going on in the Philippines. I got to tell you, some people will think that 2020 is the worst year of their life, but I can't look back and see that. I mean, I look back and I see so many incredible blessings that God has given that have come out of the pain that has happened. That is just amazing. And so the last thing I want to talk about being thankful for is God. I am so thankful that God has given me my home, my family, my friends, my opportunity to be in service for Him. Being in service for God is the most amazing gift that I think He ever gave us. And I hope that you too are feeling this incredible blessing from the service that you give God, because it's just a cup that keeps filling up and flowing over, and there's just no way to explain the amount of pure joy and gratitude I feel from working shoulder to shoulder with God. So this is a short podcast. I just wanted to tell everybody happy Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you again soon. God bless. Have a great day, and goodbye.